Yo, what's up, everyone? This is Spilling the Frijoles. My name is Jairo.
And I'm Brian.
And we are
The Mexican Ways.
Way.
What's happened?
Nothing, fool. I'm tired of this
Bayern,
heat.
homie.
Go,
Bayern, homie.
Go away, Heat. And yeah, congratulations to Bayern. I was going for PSG, but hey, that perm is coming though, right?
It's way too hot. Yeah, it's good. Tomorrow, I don't know, but we have such a busy week. It's crazy. But tomorrow she's available. Wednesday she's not. So we'll see. It's this week though.
Yeah, all right, guys, be ready for that video.
It's gonna be dope.
See a perm on Brian's hair, but dude, yeah, this heat it has to be gone already. And I know I'm probably just.
How much more do we have left over? Well, we're in August. Does September still happen?
A little bit here and there, but I think we're almost there. I think fall's coming, right?
Fall, yeah, or is it autumn?
I don't know. I forget.
I think it's fall.
I never even say autumn. Do you?
What's autumn? Isn't fall and autumn the same?
It's kind of like
it is, right?
In between. I don't know. I know it's like its own little word. Maybe
I don't know, bro.
I don't know. Maybe we're lost. We don't know about those seasonal.
Fall. No, fall's coming though. I know fall is coming because the winter sessions are starting for school. Fall sessions. Yeah. So that's gonna start.
It's gonna be crazy. But guys, today's episode is about bad advice. And what's funny is that one of our followers actually told us, "Hey, can you guys talk about bad advice?"
Because I feel like I think they said that we're always kind of giving advice, which is, for the most part, like good, that what we think is good advice. Yeah. But we never really touched on bad advice, so it's funny.
So what do we consider bad advice, huh?
I don't know. There's a lot of them. Actually, after thinking about like the topic, we're like, damn, there is a lot of bad advice that people can give.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And we just gotta nail it right here on this one. Tell you guys what we think is bad advice.
So yeah, this is a topic by one of you guys. So thank you for giving this.
Just real quick right off the bat. But you know what? Actually, we'll get to that when we get there. I don't even want to kill it. Hold on. Let's get there in a bit. Let's go talk about spilling the news right now.
Spilling the news.
Let's go.
Ready?
Yeah.
We're ready.
All right then. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Kobe Bryant Boulevard created by the city of Los Angeles to create the Laker legend.
Crazy.
Dope.
That's dope.
Have you guys heard about that?
Yeah, the Kobe Bryant Drive or something?
It's Kobe Bryant Boulevard.
Yeah, I heard about it like this morning.
Yeah, it just came out this morning. So pretty much Figueroa Street will soon be called Kobe Bryant Boulevard.
Nice.
So
nice. That's really good.
I heard they're trying to change the Staples Center to Kobe Center too.
I didn't know about that.
I thought that would be cool. It's in Dr. Dre's video.
Oh, it is?
You know how he did that video for him?
Yeah.
With him and Gigi. On the end of his video, he put like the Kobe Center.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I do like it too.
I think it's cool. I think Kobe's a big symbol of LA, so why not,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing, but I'm really
those
curious
are good
to
news,
see that
man.
street.
That's
I wonder
dope.
how packed that street's gonna be when they like.
And today's Kobe Day too, so they did
Kobe
it today.
Day. Yeah, so it's probably gonna be like a little marching parade there, maybe or something.
I don't know.
We gotta check it out.
Lakers played today too.
Ooh,
they better win.
Yeah.
They better win.
When you guys are listening to this, Lakers will have already won. Hopefully, if not, then
hey, isn't Lillard like a big Kobe fan too?
I'm pretty sure he is. I think everyone's a Kobe fan, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So what do you think? The Blazers are going to be like, hey, let's chill a little bit?
I don't know, bro. They can. It's playoffs. Yeah.
Let's give the Lakers a chance today. Yeah, right.
That's crazy.
I think they're going to play their heart out today for Kobe, just to show like, hey, never give up no matter what.
Yeah, Mamba mentality.
It's going to be crazy.
So let me add on to that though too. Today's game 4, right?
Yes, it should be.
Yeah, so it says the Lakers will wear Black Mamba City Edition jerseys for Game 4 of their playoff series against the Portland Trail Blazers Monday night. Oh, so they're going to wear a special jersey today.
Nice.
So I wonder how that's going to look.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy. I think that we passed like the 6-month mark like not too long ago, right?
Yeah.
Of him going away. Damn.
Yeah, I think so.
That's nuts.
His birthday was yesterday, technically.
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah, seriously. What else do you have for us, Fabiano?
All right, then. So, did you hear about the Dolphins, by any chance? Anything about the Dolphins?
See, are you a real Dolphin fan?
Miami Dolphins.
This was a Dolphin fan, so let's see.
I haven't heard. Honestly, I haven't been following.
Fake ass fan.
Whatever. I haven't really been following right now.
Since Dan Marino days. That's the last time you followed him?
No. I haven't been.
What's happening with those foods?
Looking at football lately.
Okay, so this is some controversy that they're having. Like, I guess people are getting kind of mad about it.
Okay.
So pretty much, the Dolphins announced that they're gonna have 13,000 people in their first home game stadium. They're going to be masked. They're going to be wearing masks and stuff like that.
What?
So what do you guys think about that?
Are they the only stadium?
Hey, what's up with Florida?
I think I'm pretty sure they're the only one they're making headlines. So
interesting. I don't think Florida give a damn.
Yeah, Florida doesn't give a shit about COVID-19. They're doing everything.
But they're saying it's only 20%, so they're going to be spread out.
That's 20%?
That's like about 20% of the
How many people is 20%?
That's 13,000 people.
Wow.
Going there.
That's a lot of people, bro.
Yeah. How are they going to do it?
Well, you know what? I've been watching the baseball games, and they say it, like, and you've seen it too. They say, like, oh, these are the VIPs that are watching the game.
I
and
see
it's
a
like,
little bit of people.
Yeah, and it's weird. So it's like, how is that even acceptable? You get what I'm saying? So I feel like everyone's saying, like, you know what? We can start bringing people into the game. I'm telling you, dog, people are over COVID.
Something's up. But Florida people seems like they're really over COVID.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. I think they think COVID is done.
Yeah, that's fun.
Like me.
So you guys could watch that game if you're curious.
I'm down to go.
September.
Fuck it, let's just go to Miami, bro.
Miami?
Yeah, dog.
There seems like it's just good styles.
Yeah, the game's gonna be on September 20th.
All right.
September 20th. All right, well, that's the first
cool.
game, right?
That's the first home game.
All right, yeah, I'll watch.
You know what?
We'll
see what happens. We'll see what happens.
I lose, but fuck it, I'll watch it.
Damn.
Well, I'm sorry, fool. The Dolphins just love losing. That's it right now. They got to step up their game.
But you gotta be like a diehard fan, bro. You gotta be positive.
I've never switched teams, so that's a diehard fan. That's me saying like tomorrow. No, you know what? I'm gonna start going for Brady. I've been with Dolphin fans since like 5 years old. So, fuck, that's almost 20 plus years.
Every year I hear you say, "Oh, those fools are trash."
Yeah, well, they're doing bad. They're doing bad. I hope one year I can say we're in the playoffs. Motherfuckers, let's do it.
That's funny.
You know?
That's funny.
All right, let me ask you a question.
What?
So 13,000 people. Okay.
Okay.
Do you think they have an advantage as home field? People yelling, 13,000 people.
That's a lot of people, bro.
I mean, you should hear it still.
Yeah.
I feel like you will. I feel like you'll hear it like, boo, yeah, defense. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting.
What I want to know is, are they going to really fill it up?
Oh, like a certain section? No, they can't, though.
No. If they're going to, if they're allowing 13K, are they going to sell out 13K?
Oh, I get it.
That's what I want to know.
I'm pretty sure.
They probably will.
Yeah.
Right?
First game.
Well, yeah, because the other thing, too, that I'm very curious about is, like, when Disneyland wants to decide to open, like, are they going to sell out, too?
Probably will.
I feel like, well, they did in the Florida one, right?
Yeah.
Like, they sold out in minutes.
I think they are. I think people are just desperate to go out, bro.
They just don't give a shit either.
Yeah, I think they're ready to just go out there like, screw all this shit. I'm done. I'm done with this crap.
Yeah, still be safe, guys, though.
Yeah.
I'm over it, but I've been safe, and I've been good.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful.
I go out. I eat. I go about my day. I get tested, and I've been good.
Yeah, every time or what?
What?
You gonna get tested?
Not tested every time, but I think I'm due for another one soon, so I will. Yeah, but I feel good. I feel healthy as fuck.
You've been doing some crazy stuff?
I haven't, no. I went, the last thing I've been ordering a lot of DoorDash lately, bro.
Yeah.
A lot. Like, once a day.
No more cooking at home right now?
Nah, because we're remodeling the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
So we don't have no, like, any kitchen.
No, like,
yeah,
space for
nothing.
Yeah.
So just DoorDash. Thank you. Hook us up.
All right, when we come back, let's get right into it about bad advice. Spilling the news is done?
Spilling the news is done.
Okay. Right. Well, let's get back into when we talk about this bad advice stuff, because it seems like
some terrible advice out there, bro.
It seems like we're always just giving good advice, supposedly. So
we try.
Such thing as bad advice?
Maybe we give bad advice.
Maybe.
Right? Yeah.
Do we? Let's find out.
We'll see. Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to Spilling the Frijoles today. Just want to give a big thanks to all of you guys. Hey, if you guys haven't seen the visuals of this podcast, don't forget you can always watch it on YouTube. Also, you can hear our podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, Google Play, iHeartRadio, all that good stuff, guys.
And also, don't forget to follow us on our platforms. We are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, you name it. We're there at MexicanGueys.
Y no se les olvide that we have our website, MexicanGueys.net, where you can get all this information, and we have our merchandise también. If you guys want una camiseta or whatever you guys want, it's all in there, guys. Thank you guys. Like always, feel free to message us. Feel free to do whatever, guys. We're here for you guys.
And like Brian said, guys, thank you for the love and support. And now, let's get back to spilling the frijoles. And we're back. Yo, let's get dangerous right now.
Dangerous?
I took that back old school style, Darkwing Duck style. If you don't know Darkwing Duck, then you ain't as old as I am.
I haven't seen that. It's funny. It's on Disney Plus. I haven't seen it.
No? It's on there now?
It's on there.
Oh, hey, I'm going to sit down and start watching.
It'll bring you back good memories.
Definitely. All right, so let's talk about bad advice. I'm going to start it off by a little bad advice that I feel like this guy told me once, and I just thought like it was the most stupidest advice I've ever heard in my life. So he told me that if you sleep late, you won't wake up tired. But if you sleep early, you'll wake up tired. But this person, when they sleep late, they still wake up late.
Didn't he used to do that?
Yeah. But he said that was like the best way to like not be tired during the day.
Well, that makes sense. But you will be tired during the day.
So sleep late.
Yeah. So basically what you want to do is I do. I sleep in intervals of like 5. Sometimes like 4.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Makes sense what you're saying right now. I don't know.
So if I go to sleep at 12, usually I wake up around 4 or 5.
Okay.
It's just gonna happen. Okay. I have no control of it.
Are you still tired? Or are you gonna go back? Are you gonna go back?
So if you decide I've heard that too. If you wake up right there, you'll be fine. Like you can wake up and you can go about your day.
And you won't be.
But you probably will be tired like later. Like if you want to take a nap. The thing is if you try to go to sleep at 4 or 5 again, and you're gonna cut your sleep. Let's say your alarm is at 7. You're cutting that sleep where maybe you should have kept sleeping till 10. Do you get what I'm saying? Are you with me?
Yes.
Because the interval's of 5.
Yes.
So technically, if you go to sleep again at 4, you should be sleeping till 9 or 10.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna cut it early, then you are gonna be tired, because you probably had just gotten into that deep sleep, and then your alarm goes off, and you're gonna be tired.
I feel.
Now, if you time your sleep, that's why there's apps that help you. It'll wake you up when you're supposed to be getting up, and then you're supposed to get up right then and there.
So do you think that's good advice? You're saying?
I mean, if it works for you, then it's good advice.
I don't think it's good advice because the way I see it is like this person that said that still wakes up fucking late. So what's
well, then I don't know what kind of advice he's giving if they're not, or he or she is giving it if they don't follow it.
I just be like it doesn't make sense. The way I see it is if you sleep early, you can wake up early, right?
Yeah, I mean sometimes I just take advantage.
You get your 8 hours of sleep in, boom, I'm up and running. Let's go, right? That's the way I see it. Wake up early, and then that way, like if you wake up early and you do everything you have to do during the day, and you're done by like let's just say 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 o'clock at most. Let's just say. Then I feel like you'll be tired already, and you'll sleep better at night. I don't know. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
I know everyone's sleeping habits are different, but that's the way I see it because I tend to notice that I have a habit of sleeping late, and because I sleep late, I'm so used to it already. So if I try to go early to bed, I'm just in my bed laying down, not doing shit.
So that's the thing that I like, that I go to sleep late too. Obviously, we both do because Hyde and I, we game together at night, and we go to sleep till like 1-ish usually, right? 1, 2. And then I stay up with my girl, and we stay up till like 2:30 watching like a show, catching up on shit. So I go to sleep every night like at 2:33, you can say. Early, 1:32.
Yeah.
And I'm getting up, obviously, when Bastion wakes up. Alpha wakes up like at 9:30.
Yeah.
And then I lay for like an hour, just chill. And then I'm up by then, and that's it. But now look, there's days where my parents take Bastion, and I'll go to sleep at 2. I will go till like 12 or 11, get that rest in.
Yeah.
And I feel good for like the week.
Yeah.
So
the question is that good advice? What was he saying? I think it's bad advice.
Well, I think that goes with anything, with any advices. It's good advice if it works for you. So, for example, one that I think I think this is bad advice in general, but it could be good advice to somebody.
What?
Is I think it's bad advice to tell someone to encourage, like, to cheat. To say like, hey, it's so fine if you have a girl, like you should keep seeing other girls.
Yeah.
I think that's bad advice.
That's bad advice.
Yeah, because I've seen what it does, and I've seen it's not good, and you shouldn't be that person. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But maybe someone fucking loves it, and they're like, that's fucking great advice. Ever since you told me this, I've been happy.
And like all like just happy in life.
Yeah, like he's just
what if it's like he's successful too? Like
that's what I'm saying.
He's making businesses too and stuff.
This all goes with the grain of salt. Like I think it's terrible advice. I don't recommend it to anyone, but I think that's what it's gonna come down to. Everything we talk about. Yeah,
it's so that's what I'm saying. Like, what is really like the definition of bad advice and good advice? You know what I'm saying? Like.
It's to the listener.
Yeah, and I get that, but it's like, okay, so for perfect example, we'll get more into that because you're talking about the cheating one, right?
Mm-hmm.
But perfect example, it's like when we were doing what we are doing today, and we were messing around just doing videos, and we never thought it would be what it is today. Our parents thought we were wasting our time,
right?
And they said like, hey, get a job and like actually get to work,
right?
And it's like,
now look, me as a parent,
we are working.
We weren't working because we weren't making money. So now I put myself in my parents' shoes, in my shoes too. If I'm able to hold it down for my kid and see him do something that he loves doing it, and I see that he's putting energy and his time into it, and I can like be like, you know what, let him try, let him do it, and but let's say he's doing this for 3 years, fool, and it's not doing shit. Then I think eventually I'm gonna start saying like, hey, like this is not working. You were
going to school, so that didn't really matter.
Right. I was doing something, so that's what I'm saying. Let's say he's not.
But he still wanted you to get a job.
He did.
Okay, so is that bad advice?
At that time and moment, it probably was.
Yeah. Because if you would have probably got a job, you probably wouldn't have had enough time to do what we do.
Right.
And it would just probably lead to something else.
Yeah. Who knows?
So that's what I'm saying. So.
But now, look, that's what I'm trying to say.
It's bad advice.
Seeing it as a parent's perspective, though, maybe my dad's cutoff was too early. For me, mine might be longer. Like but like if someone's doing something for a year, and I feel like you're this way. You're kind of like if you see someone doing something and they ain't doing shit for a year, I think you would lose patience and you'd be like, hey, what are you really gonna do with your life?
I see what you're saying.
I'm talking to your son. I'm saying like your son or daughter. I think your line would be a year, and they're not going to school either. Let's say they're not doing school; they're just gonna you see them doing TikToks all day.
So
that's what you see, and nothing happens in a year.
I would.
Where are you at now?
I would tell my son, hey, look, I know what you're trying to do, because whatever, like, let's pretend he wants to be TikTok famous, right? Mm-hmm. I don't even want to say it. Let's pretend he wants to be like an astronaut or something, right? And it's just hard for him, and he's been on that for many years, but he's trying. Eventually, I'm gonna get to a point where maybe I'd be like, look, don't give up, but you also have to now put in work. Like, you gotta like.
Now, is that good advice?
I mean, I think
I would think it's bad advice.
I think no. I didn't tell him like, hey,
you're putting too much on his table.
But I didn't tell him like, give up on your dream and get a fucking job. You get what I'm saying? Like, I told him, don't give up.
But Dad, like, if I start doing something else, like I'm not gonna be able to focus on this anymore.
So then now it comes down to, how old is my son at that time?
Probably, let's say 20, 21.
Okay, so then it comes down to, I'm still supporting you.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm going for 3 years supporting you, where's the fine line?
That's yours. That's gonna be your fine line. Where's it at?
So that's what I'm saying.
So my dad was. That's what I'm saying. My dad was pretty good because I think I was 24, 25.
Yeah.
So he was like, he had my back. That's why I get why he said, hey, like, you're 24, 25. Start fucking thinking about what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm saying.
So it's good advice, but I didn't take it because I was like, you know what? I believe in this.
It's bad advice if he told you straight up, stop wasting your fucking time with MexicanGueys and fucking get a job.
Yeah.
That's when I say it's bad advice, and that's what I'm saying. I would never tell my son that. I'll tell him, look, if you have a dream and you believe in it, follow it all the way through. But at the same time, you got to figure out another way because I'm not gonna be able to support you forever. I can't. Like, eventually, I gotta take care of my wife too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like, you're my son, and I'll take care of you as much as I can. But eventually, you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. And what, he can go 10 years and I'm still.
Now this year goes. We're talking about advice. I think you should have your kids back.
Till 10 years?
Until at least.
You see, you're gonna have a limit.
You got to push them. So you got to tell them, like, go to fucking school. Whatever you did. Yeah. Or if he's liking work, then dale ganas en el pinche trabajo. Move up in the ranks. Do good. Yeah. Always going to push him. But obviously, let's say he wants to be a streaming gamer. I'm really thinking of it, because astronaut. If he's doing astronaut, then I'll have his back. Like your example, I'll have his back. I'll be like, focus, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. You can do it. And I'll have his back. Obviously now we said he was what, 21,
22, yeah.
And he hits 24, and I know he's done with school. Like, I'll be on top of it. Like, your grades, you're doing okay. You're passing all your like astrology classes, everything that you must go to be an astronaut.
Yeah,
right?
That's what he's failing, and then he's still
then we have that conversation. You said.
So then you don't have it. You don't have his support.
No, I'm gonna be like, look, it's how can you tell me this is normal? How can you tell me that this is what you want to do when you're not doing good? I need your help,
if
son.
First you don't succeed.
Yeah, I believe in that, but like you keep fail. So I'm gonna let him fail because people do fail. Yeah. But I think threes, that's it. 3, you're out. You know, if it one, okay, you know what? Come on, get it this time around. Yeah. You know, and then two is like now it starts. I'm not really believing in him anymore. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm say something, Fabian?
I was gonna say that. Do you think if you see him fail a few times, would you like help him out, like with the studying, or get him like a tutor or something?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if I can, yes, of course, yeah.
Or would you wait for him to tell you something?
No, I would want to reach out because I don't want him to waste time. So I'd be like, hey, so what is it that you're missing that you're not doing good? Why? And then he's gonna explain it to me. I don't know, it's too hard. And if he says some shit like that, then this is probably not for you.
But is that really good advice right there? That you're telling someone this is not for you?
So I think so. But yeah, I see what you're saying, and you're right. It might be the worst thing because maybe I make him go somewhere else, but hey, maybe he goes somewhere else and finds something he really loves doing and he's good. So then it becomes good advice. So
eventually you give up.
What do you mean?
Eventually you have to tell your kid, hey, you got to just give up. It's not for you.
If it's not working, yes. But like you said, there's going to be extremes and everything. Like, let's give it a try. If this is what you really want to do, and I think it depends on the kid, because if he's like really half-assing it, then you know.
He goes 4 years and he couldn't do it. And he's all right, Dad, I didn't do it with those 4 years.
I'm going to change my profession.
I'm going to go now to a doctor.
Yeah, well, I know, and I would have his back. He's my son.
6 years?
Yeah, and then now what? He's like reaching 30?
He's reaching 30.
Then this is it. I'm going to tell him this is it. This is where you need to figure it out because I'm not going to be here forever. I might die.
Yeah.
You need to figure out, but I will have his back.
All the way through?
I will, yeah.
No charging. What's having his back?
It's, like no charging him rent. You fucking focus on that and do it.
At the house.
Yeah. That's having his back. I'll have, because I know my parents had my back. Yeah, as long as he's studying and doing his shit.
He's gaming at the same time.
That's fine. That's where I get it. And I'm different from my dad. I get that he's gonna have his free time, but I'll tell him like, hey, I see you're fucking gaming and you're doing your shit. Just tell me you must be doing good. Let me see what you're doing. And then I check it out. And
so you let him change his whole profession once. And then he still doesn't like it after 4 years.
Damn, dude. If he's 30, then I'm gonna have that talk and be like, that's it. I can't help you no more. And you're getting too old. You need to really figure this out on your own. Okay. And I think that's now you put you put your foot down. Yeah, I have to. What the fuck? He's gonna figure he's gonna be 50. I probably won't be here anymore.
Well, hopefully you are.
Because that shit does happen. I've heard that many times, bro. When people go to school and they get their bachelor's in something, and it's like they're not even going to work for what they went to.
So
you get what I'm saying?
If your son tells you tomorrow, I want to work at McDonald's, and I want to be like
at Petanos?
At McDonald's.
He says Petanos.
Oh, yeah. I want to work at Petanos.
Yeah. I'll be like,
will you be supportive?
I'll be, why? I'll ask him why.
I love French fries from McDonald's. That's my thing.
Then I think how old is he?
18. First job is gonna
be like, this is what you're like? That's all that you want to do?
Yes.
I'll let mom handle that one. I know mom will eat him alive. I won't even do that one. Honestly, that's such a true statement. I'll let mom handle that one.
Is it bad advice to say like quit that job and get a real job? Like go pick up. Like is that bad advice?
You know what? Honestly,
I love McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean he's 18 though. For him to be saying some stupid shit like that, which I'm not hating on McDonald's. I think you can. I think you can have a great professional job at McDonald's. Yeah,
I know what Brian's trying to say.
But I mean, there's other things you can do, and if that's what you want to do, then I would be like, hey, become a board member, something up there at McDonald's.
Manager at McDonald's.
Yeah, something. No, even better, like a corporate. Don't fucking. That's what I would hope for.
Damn, Brian's banging on a bunch of job positions at McDonald's right now.
But that's more for the mom because she's big on that. So I know she'll do a good job.
You're gonna get a comment later, bitch. I work at McDonald's.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't hating on McDonald's. I think it's good, but if I had to work at McDonald's, I would want to be part of corporate. I don't like the.
No, honestly, I always heard bad things. Like workers like who work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they complain they don't like it.
They don't like it. Like
I would assume so.
I bet it's a busy fucking restaurant, bro.
Yeah.
Right now it's probably not as busy.
Everything's fucking busy, dude. What are you talking about? The drive-through line?
I mean, I know drive-through, but I'm saying like the cashiers, they don't have to be cashiering.
Well, yeah, but yeah, I feel like I have to wait at least 15 minutes to get food.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, that's just is that people are hungry and they love McDonald's style.
Yeah.
See, so your son might need to help those people that are hungry.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I just need to know why. That's it.
All right. So at the end of the day, well, it sounds like
bad. So there could be. I think this is bad advice.
So bad advice.
I think this is bad advice. Period.
Go.
Someone telling you to drive after you drinking. That there you go. That one would be. It can't be good. There's what's good at that.
Someone telling you to drive?
Let's say you've been drinking, and let's say I'm like, dude, just have one more beer. You're fine. You can drive home. Don't even trip.
Oh, okay.
One beer ain't gonna do shit to you.
Yeah, I think that's just what's
That's terrible advice.
I mean, yeah, you say, oh, okay, thanks.
Guys, don't drink and drive.
I won't be drunk, Brian, if I have one more beer.
I mean, who am I to tell you that? You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's people out there like that. That just, like they drink and drive a lot, and they're like, you're fine. Don't even trip.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So it's like,
I think just watch each other's back.
That's it. Yeah. Good advice would be like, hey, don't drive. Like, don't risk it. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Aside from killing someone, but let's just say like, oh, you're that good driver. Like, fuck, you don't want to get that DUI. Because you can get pulled over for anything.
So you think it's a bad friend if someone says that, right?
I think he's a bad friend for doing that.
Bad friend. So that's bad advice, bad friend.
Bad advice, and there's no good in that. You know how we're trying to flip everything, saying, oh, there could be good, it could be bad.
Yeah.
I think that's just bad.
No, it's bad.
In general.
100%.
Yeah.
All the way
So
through.
there's a bad one. Don't do it, people. Don't do it.
How about the one that you tell me that your dad has told you?
Which one?
The one where you should be a pimp.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's the one I started it with.
That's
It's
the
like
bad advice?
I think that's bad advice, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's this.
You know what's funny?
If you heard my other podcast, you'll know why it's bad advice. I don't want to go on it again.
You know what's funny? It's like I've had that from like my uncles too, Leo, and your dad. Obviously,
yeah, it's weird, right?
That they said that like, hey, you should be dating like many girls, not just one. But I think what they meant, and I don't know if they meant it this way. I think what they meant is like, don't get a girlfriend.
Yeah, I
like just date.
Yeah.
Don't make one official until you're ready.
Yeah, I think they did mean it.
I think that's what they meant it. But I think I took it as like.
But I remember telling my dad like, yeah, I remember telling him because I remember telling my dad like, Dad, I have a girlfriend, like I can't do that. And he's like, doesn't matter, you can have 2 girlfriends.
Damn.
I used to be like, fuck, maybe I could. And that wasn't good. It's not good advice,
I don't think that's good.
It's not, because it made me think like that. I was young and dumb, and I was like, you know what? Let's see if I could do this.
I mean, look, I'll tell you this from coming from experience because I was cheated on, so that shit hurts.
Yeah, I know. It's whack.
Especially like when you're like in love with this person and like back in like that shit fucking hurts. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's fucking bad advice.
You know what? And it has a long-term effect too, bro. And you know that too.
Yeah.
It has a long-term effect on both parties, and that's the thing too. So don't even do it because it's like you know what it did, and then you end up thinking like yourself, you're like, fuck, I fucked up. And you kind of end up regretting it a little bit. So it's kind of like, don't do it then. I don't recommend it. Like me, that's how I'm gonna be with my kids. I'm gonna be specific, not like my dad did it.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to fucking be a gigolo, that's fine. It is fine. Protect yourself, but don't get a girlfriend. Be a gigolo. Just say like, oh yeah, no, I'm not looking to get into something serious. Go be a gigolo, but don't make someone your girl and then be seeing other girls.
And doing it dirty.
That would be my advice to my kids.
I think that would be bad.
Yeah, don't be doing it dirty. That's a good way of saying it.
All right, so let me kind of bring another one that I think it's bad advice. It's like listening to like someone that's drunk. That I think like that can be kind of bad advice. Like, I don't think
anything they're saying.
I feel like if he's having a conversation about life and stuff like that, cool. But I feel like if he's like not all there and he's trying to give you advice, maybe it's not the best time to give advice, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, if he's talking
but
some
who
weird
knows? Maybe
shit.
if someone's drunk, they give the best advice. I don't know. I don't know.
I just what I've said and what I've noticed is someone who's buzzing or drinking, they usually say a lot of truth.
Yeah.
So,
but I'm just saying, like, are they
when it comes to advice,
are they good at giving advice at that time?
Who knows? Maybe they are.
Like if he was like okay, for example, one of my uncles like, hey, fool, like, don't fuck up like I did, fool. Like, have fun. Don't get married early, type of shit. Like,
yeah, see, that would be good advice.
Like, Is it really good advice? I mean, your dad, he's the happiest guy ever. He got married early. He's happy that he's growing up with you.
But he's giving you his advice that
maybe
he's saying right there that he's not happy, and he's saying, don't do what I did.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm taking two different perspectives. One uncle is telling me I fucked up. I should have never got married early. I wish I had fun more during my times. Don't make the same mistake I did.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have your dad's point of view where he comes. That's what I'm saying. It's really hard to determine what is bad advice and what is good advice.
I think it's on the so on that one would be the listener.
If this guy's sober, he would never say those things. That's what I'm telling you, that I feel like it's just bad advice. He's doing it at the time when he's drunk.
No, so that's
what you say, speaking the truth.
That's what I'm saying, and that's good advice because he's speaking the truth.
But is it good advice telling someone
maybe not for you?
Don't get married early.
Maybe not for you, but maybe for someone who's directly related to him that he might be similar. Like if he has a son or something, they're probably gonna be the same. You know, you're usually like you parents are.
Yeah.
So that's probably good advice. Telling like, don't make the same mistakes I did. I did this mistake. I got married too early, and and blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah.
I've heard those conversations.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I mean, he's being real.
You're considering that good advice
coming from him, yes, because it's life experience he had.
So
do you get what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. What is really
to you
bad advice? I just feel like
I could pick and choose stuff he said out of that conversation that would probably apply good to me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe not everything.
I see it. I guess I see it as bad advice because it's like, bro, like you made that decision. You just got to man up to what you did.
Right.
So now you're saying you regret doing it, So
yeah, but that's why he wants to tell you before you make maybe a similar mistake.
Interesting. Yeah. Well,
if you make a similar mistake.
I don't know. I just think like someone that's like not like, when you're drunk, you're not 100%.
Yeah.
They're like, what do you tend to do when you're drunk? You tend to like, I'm down. Like you're always down, right?
Yeah.
When do you ever hear you say like, I'm drunk? No, fool, I'm not down. Unless you're drunk as fuck, right? Usually like, yeah, let's party. Like, right. That's what it does to you. So I just feel like I don't feel like they give the best advice when they're drunk. I feel like it's more like a life lesson. That's what I feel like. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, sometimes I've heard though, like drunk people just talk and put it down, like bug. Who's dropping knowledge? Because I mean, like for example, sometimes listening to Taco's Way when we're buzzing, he says some fucking crazy like smart shit sometimes.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh shit, that's true, and it makes you think, and it's like that's good advice, and he's buzzing.
So like, let's say this this fool's drunk and he's just telling you like, hey fool, tomorrow fool, listen to me, okay? Like that. He's talking like this, like that. Fucking hiccup as he thought. And listen, get $10,000 out of your bank tomorrow. I promise it will double if you put it on like the Lakers. Okay, I promise.
Now wait, let's say he Lakers. I wouldn't do it. Okay, I would want to see it. I would want to see it the next day.
And he wakes up. He doesn't do it, but you do.
He doesn't do it, but I do.
Yeah.
And what happens? Do I lose or win?
You lose.
Okay, I lose. So that's what I'm saying.
Would you call him out on it?
I mean, no, because I would be like, it was my fault for listening to him. But so go the other route.
Was that bad advice?
At that time and moment, yeah.
Yeah.
But what if he says, hey, take 10K fool and fucking just buy fucking Apple stocks? Just do it.
Okay, trust me. Same thing.
Do it.
Do it. Tomorrow,
and
I
just
promise.
Wait. Just wait. Let it sit there.
Tomorrow, and then tomorrow, that shit crashes.
But if it's like, stop going that route. What if it fucking does good?
Okay, so obviously the outcome does good. I'm telling you, are you going to listen to a drunk man telling you that?
If it makes sense like that, I'll be like, yeah, maybe. Why? Do you know something that's going to happen?
It's just going to go up.
Then maybe I'll invest like 3-4K. And who am I talking to? Is it a random drunk or is it like someone who's like knows they in the business or what?
He's in the business. It's going to go up.
Then yeah, I'll gamble like 3K or something for. Yeah.
And then that shit just crashes.
I just let it ride because Apple's going to go up.
But you won't call up and be like, hey, fool, you gave the worst advice on that.
Yeah, I would. I'd be like, fool, I fucking did what you told me and that shit went down.
Yeah, I was fucked up, fool. You shouldn't have listened to me, dog.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, but it could be good advice. Yeah. I feel like that would be good advice. Why would it crash? You know what I'm saying? Like if we're talking today.
I mean, you only know this because you're obviously studying it, but if you didn't know
right, let's say I didn't know shit. Okay, so if I didn't know something about it, then I probably wouldn't do it because I'm not a risk taker.
Okay, yeah.
But what if I didn't do it and he was right? That's what I'm saying. Then what? Is that good advice now?
I don't know. I just feel that's what I'm saying. Like, do you trust
That's what I'm saying. No, it's risk. Are you willing to take a risk?
Yeah, it's like gambling.
And because this fool's a prestigious person and he knows what's up. He has money and he's telling you this. He's like, you want to make some fucking money? And he's drunk. He's like, do this. Yeah. It's on you.
So it sounds like you really,
and then the next day.
So it sounds like you really don't have that much bad advice. Like you think everything's good advice.
Well, yeah, that's what I don't think everything's good advice. No, I want to hear it out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just like, oh, you're drunk. I don't want to listen to you anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm gonna be like, well, what is this fool talking about? Let me see.
Yeah.
And then if I like it, cool. If I don't, all right, it was bad advice for me.
It was bad advice.
Because it might be good advice. Like I said, like that example you give. What if it does do good?
Yeah.
Are you gonna say like, fuck, I regret it, or fuck?
No, I would call him and be like, fuck, did you put the money in? So yeah, I told you, fool. You know I was drunk. I told you.
See?
I wasn't that drunk.
Exactly.
That's what I would say, damn, you weren't that drunk.
I know Heido, the type of person he is. He's gonna call him out for sure, dog.
He would?
Yeah.
You'd call him the next day?
He would call him literally that minute he found out.
Nah.
The minute he sees it go down?
I don't call people out when they're wrong. It's just say like, I don't trust you the next time you talk like that. That's it. I probably will be the person that goes, oh, let me try it, and I go in and fucking I don't win shit. Then I'll be like, fuck, fool. That's the last time I probably trusted him on his advice. Probably the last time ever.
You know what's another advice that like our parents kind of would give to us, and that I think it's bad advice, bro?
What?
It's or like the older generation, like our parents and shit, like seeing a psychologist, fool. Like I know, like my dad would be like, nah, you don't need to do that shit. You know, you just be stronger and get through it. And my thing is like, bro, if you guys are fucking, look at my dad, for example. And even though he went through his depression, he still didn't want to see a psychologist.
Yeah. But he's doing good though, right?
He's doing good. Before he was doing really bad. And shit could have been better if you just saw someone.
You really think that?
I think so.
You believe that?
Yeah, it helps because all it is you're talking to someone who's well prepared. All he wanted to ask him is to talk to people and tell him how he feels, the problems that he's going through. That's what he wanted. But my mom wasn't always there, or my mom just couldn't take it that much. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Daisy too. I know Daisy was getting over it, so she was more like, Dad, like, stop. You got to stop being this way. Same thing with me. This person's not going to tell you to stop. This person's going to listen to you and going to try to help you and get you out of this. You know what I'm saying? It's all they really are, just professional to do that.
But if he was asking that I just needed someone to listen, how come you didn't listen?
I did listen. But the thing is sometimes I had to be here and work.
Yeah.
Couldn't always be there.
I mean, every day he wanted you to listen?
Pretty much, fool. Because depression is not just once a month.
It couldn't be like a 1 day thing where you talk to him and let it all out.
It wouldn't matter. No,
depression
every day, fool. 24 hours a day.
24 hours? No.
Probably 18 hours a day. And because they have a hard time sleeping. Yeah. And who's there for them when they're sleeping? Mama's sleeping, and he's there wide awake, depressed as fuck.
How long do these convos go with these?
It can go
in a day.
It depends how. Oh, they're gonna give you like an hour or two session. Yeah. You know,
so it's not. It all depends. So it's not the whole day. It's 1 hour.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But
so
the thing is,
done 1 hour a day.
Could I? You know, that's my thing. I know that we don't live in the same house. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna be there every day. You know, I could try, and we at that time we did stick together as a family. But my thing is, it's like no matter, and I'm being real with you. No matter what I did, even like saying that, I'm not gonna help him the way someone else can help him, because I'm gonna be like, bah, you're fucking talking to me about stupid shit, and this is being real with you. Like, bah, why are you fucking stressing about that? Maybe he doesn't want to hear that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And maybe he needs to hear it another route. Maybe he needs to hear something else.
Yeah.
And you know,
you talk to someone that doesn't know you.
Exactly. And that's what I remember when he was going through. That's what he was saying. He was like, I just want to talk to people.
You're a biased person.
Yeah. And an unbiased person. Someone that doesn't really gonna think about what you're going through. They just want to help you. So I highly recommend it, man, because I've seen what it does to people, and a lot of people, like especially like that generation, is like against it, bro. And they're like, nah, don't fucking like I don't need to see a fucking psychologist because then I'm crazy. Mm-hmm. And it's like I don't think people should see it that way. I think like
so your dad would think you're crazy if you go talk to someone.
I don't think anymore. I think he's open to it now.
I mean, has he done it yet? You can't be open to it unless you do it.
I think he's open to it, but he's not like feeling that way. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but I told him like, if you start getting weird and shit, you better go fucking see someone. Yeah. Like seriously.
What do you think he would?
I think he would. Because he'd be hearing it from both me and my sister. Yeah. So, and I think it's good. It's good, bro. Like I've seen what it does to people. I've seen it firsthand too. That's what my girl's going into school for, and she's already seen people that have some crazy stories, behind them, and they're like really happy. They're thanking her and tell her like, "Hey, thank you. Like, I appreciate, your time this last 3 months that I've been seeing you.
Yeah.
And it's like, you see that, and it's like, well, it's fucking working for this person. Like, like, and that's almost all her people that she's been seeing. So it's like, cool then. Bye. And that's all I've heard about it. Like, that's what I went to school for.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about it too. And it's like, do it. Why not? Why not like see somebody if you're struggling? Like, why don't deal with this shit by yourself?
So it's bad advice to tell someone, hey, don't go see.
Yeah.
You'll be okay.
Yeah, I think so. Because it's full. Depression is real, dog. People kill themselves for it.
Yeah.
And it's like, because people think they're alone. And the thing is you're not alone. Fucking see someone, get help, and you'll be good.
Let me put it under your shoes, Hado. Imagine, I'll say your dad. You're hearing your dad saying that he's depressed. He's telling you every day. Do you think you can handle it? Hearing that every day too?
I mean,
if
he tells me like straight up, I'm depressed.
Like, no, he's depressed.
Because,
he won't tell you.
He's never told me, because he's never told me, and he tells me one day like I'm like this, like I'm having suicidal thoughts. Then I would go now, put my book down, and now let's talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would do that, and I would probably try and give him an hour a day and see how he's doing every time.
But
if he comes at me like that now, if I never know, I never know. There's just nothing.
No, but my thing is, you don't think it will hurt you, and you'll be like, I can't really handle all this stress. Like, it sounds like you're probably gonna be getting stressed because
I don't know until I wouldn't know until that situation actually happens to me to know if I would not be able to handle it. That's the only way. To answer your question completely, I would never know until I'm put in that predicament.
Because I would think it will stress you out, like as just a family member, if and they're going through depression and then they're telling you everything that's wrong. You're like, shit. Like, I think it's better if they just see a therapist, because like that's gonna start stressing you out too and everything.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know how to handle it.
You don't know how to handle it, actually.
But I might be able to handle it dope. I don't know either. I might be able to help them too. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like I've gotten helping with people. Like, for example, when I've had my stress moments and I listen to a guy that has a motivational speech, it changes me. And it makes me feel better. I'm happier and everything. So I'm saying I might be the same way too. Like, someone that comes to me like all sad and shit, and then I'd be like, hey, what's wrong? And then he tells me the story, and I give him advice. Like, for example, I've given advice about, how to date women to a guy that's sad and shit. And that 2 days later, he texts me like, hey, fool, thanks for the advice, bro. I appreciate, I got rid of her. It's over. I'm not with her no more. And thank you so much, bro. I'm 10 times happier than I am now. And then
but that's like not even in comparison.
Yeah, it's not compared to.
I get what you're saying. You're going to the extreme, and I get.
No, this is not extreme.
No, I'm saying what you're saying. You're saying
it's not extreme.
Like you're saying that he's depressed, so you're saying he's at that level of suicidal thoughts. So to me, I will never know until.
I think first off,
you get what I'm saying? Like, I will never know.
I think first off, you wouldn't know because one, your dad, and I'm just speaking like for your dad. I don't think he'll tell you. I don't see him being like,
so that's what I'm saying. So I would never know.
Exactly.
But if he was to tell me,
I think you would see it first. You would be like, yo, my dad's losing a lot of weight. Yo, my dad's been being weird lately. You'll start seeing things.
Yeah.
And then it'll go from there. And then you'll just talk to him about it.
If I start seeing that, I talk right away.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. So then if he tells me I'm fucking depressed as shit, then I'll listen. And then we'll go from there. And if I can't help him, then that's when I go to the next thing, which is, hey, you should go see someone.
Yeah.
If I know for a fact it's affecting me now, listening to him, and I'm stressing out because of him, then I'm going to say, hey, I can't handle this. You need to see someone.
Yeah.
And then he might say, pues, ¿pa qué tengo pinche hijos? And then I didn't even help him either. Right? So anyways, I can go that way too. But I'm just saying, like, if he actually opens up, then I would listen, because I know he doesn't open up like that.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with like me. Like, I'll be there for my dad 24 hours a day if I have to be there for him. I will be there for him. But it's just I know, because I do know that him seeing someone's going to help him. I know it. Like, I believe in that so hard, just like when we have feelings about, like, when we bet shit.
Yeah.
Like, I believe in that so hard that he will feel better walking out of there. And within time, we'll get better. Yeah, and it's not that I don't want to help my dad, fool.
Yeah.
It's just that I would be there 24/7 for my pops if something happened, like if fucking he can't walk no more. Like, I'll be there for that fool,
Yeah.
But my thing is like, I know and I truly believe that someone professional in that field can help someone with depression or anything that they're going through better than I could. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's like, it's not about the hour. It's not about that. It's that they can, like, they'll get better help like that.
Yeah.
And they need to believe in it. And not knock it off and be like, nah, if I go there, it's crazy and I'm crazy.
Yeah, because like what you said earlier, you might see something that your dad is complaining about so small, and to you is like, Dad, why are you tripping about that? And it's to him it's big, but to you it's like, why would he be tripping about something so small?
Exactly, which happens.
So someone that's professional will probably be like, well, you're not seeing it the way he's seeing it.
Exactly, and they're more understanding, and I don't know. Like I said, it's you know, I've seen some of it, and then I've, you know, what I come to learn, and I just seen that I think us Latinos and especially the older generation need to really be open to seeing psychologists and stuff like that, because we really knock it off, like we do. Like the first, I know, speaking just from experience, is like, if I go see a fucking psychologist, I'm crazy and I'm weak minded, and that's it. Like I basically, I'm not like the way I should be cabrón and this and that. Strong, yeah, and it's like, my thing is like, no, depression is real. Yeah. It can take out the strongest person you know. Do you get what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. So it's like, really, it's that real that you should have a professional. You should see a professional about it, because it's something so big. That's all I'm saying. And I think it's bad advice for people to say like, oh no, yeah, you'll get through it yourself. And it's like, no, fucking get the help you need. Yeah, for sure.
Well, hopefully, if you guys do like need help or stuff like that, if you're feeling like you have a lot of depression in your life, you guys should really look into looking for someone to help you guys. Sure. We recommend it. I think that's good advice. We recommend it. And the people that tell you, nah, you shouldn't, bad advice. Yeah. Don't listen to their asses.
For sure.
But I have another one real quick. How about when like, you know, like things are gonna get worse, but you're telling the person like, oh, no, everything's gonna be okay, but you know for a fact it's not gonna be okay. Like, you know, but you're saying it just to make that person feel better.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I'm kind of with you on this one.
Is that bad advice?
So I followed it. The only one that I wouldn't know how to handle, which is kind of what we were talking about, is if you're like, if this person's terminal. Yeah. Then I don't know. I mean, I just would be like, fuck, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, because you're not gonna be able to say like.
Yeah, so I guess I wouldn't be saying like everything's gonna be cool.
You're gonna be like, hey, you know, like you just start talking about good times now.
Yeah, no, I've done it. I've firsthand done it when people like get hurt and they like fuck themselves up or whatever. I'll be like, oh, fool, it's kind of bad, fool. Like, you're not like yeah, I don't like to say, nah, you're good. And I'll be like, no, it's you're cut, you're open. I like to say exactly what I see. Yeah. You know, because I think it's stupid. Like, if you kind of downplay and then they look at it, I kind of want to prep them already for it. Like, yo,
it's big.
Yeah, you fucked up. You might need stitches, bro. Yeah. You know, like, just to be straight up with them and
so it's bad advice to tell someone like, oh, it's not that bad, and they look at themselves in the mirror.
No, yeah, terrible advice. Be honest. Like, fucking, if you don't, even when it comes to like the way you look, like if there's a certain haircut, like, hey, fool, yeah, I don't know if that shit fits you really
so well. Is it bad advice? So let's just get into this. So is it bad advice if like if your own girl asks you like, hey, do I look fat in this dress? Do we and like, let's say we kind of do see that they look a little chubby in that dress. Do we say like, no, you look good?
I mean, I'm always honest with my girl.
Yeah.
I tell her though, because I know that's such a crazy like place we're gonna get.
It's a sensitive.
It's a sensitive place, so I'll tell her. Do you want me to be real with you? Like, so do you want me to tell you what I really think?
You throw out the like, hey, you want to really hear what I want to think?
Of course, she says, yeah, of course. I'm like, I think it's a little too tight. I think it's a little too tight, or I think, you know, like we talk real, what it is, too loose, or whatever the case might be. I give my honest opinion. Yeah. And I think everybody should.
Yeah, I think you should always give your honest opinion. Yeah. But there's people say, if you don't have what is that thing? If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say
anything.
What do you believe?
Yeah, well, that me and my girl made that very clear, because it's true. There's times where I have to give opinion. Like, I'm very opinionated. Yeah. And I gave an opinion. She's like, I didn't want it. Like, I just wanted you to hear me out. I was like, then you need to say that.
You need to say.
You need to tell me, yeah, because I'm always gonna try to give you advice and tell you what I think. You know, tie it in with what I'm going through in life to try to help you to not go through these things that you're going through.
Even if it's bad or good advice.
Even if it's bad or good.
But do you always think you give good advice?
I think the advice that I give, you know, if it hits you, it hits you. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
It's funny to ask ourselves that question. It's like from life and that we've been growing up and everything. Have we always gave good advice?
I don't know. I honestly, it sounds very like kind of maybe cocky, but I think I do have good advice, bro. I think I've been through certain shit in my life.
So you don't think you ever fuck somebody up like, oh, fuck, I should not talk
no, because I'm not telling these people, hey, you got to do this, bro. No, it's like, look, I've been through this. And that's what I'm saying. I think that's good advice. And I think this is a good way of ending it. It's like, good advice is to the listener. And I think it's good to listen to it, even if you're seeing that it's going to go bad. Yeah. You know, like I think we talked earlier, you're saying like, if a businessman is talking to you about not a businessman is talking to you about business.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you gonna listen to him? Like, he has nothing to do with business. He doesn't know business. Why should I listen to him?
Yeah.
And I was telling you, like, I think it's okay to listen. I think it's good to listen because he might say something that you weren't thinking.
Yeah. And it's good that you're saying that too, because I see it sometimes where, like, let's say a businessman that had a business that failed, you probably want to listen to where all his failures were, so you
Perfect example.
So you can all do better on that.
Exactly.
So you know what? I don't think there really is that much bad advice.
Yeah, just there is though. Like we said,
like
there's some, like the driving one. You know, there is some bad advice.
Maybe that, and I just think in conclusion, it's like you're gonna listen, and you're gonna take what you like, what you don't like. And what was that phrase you said, Fabian? You said something about taking out the trash, or what did you say?
I think it could relate to it, like one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
One man's trash is another man's treasure,
which is true.
So I think you're gonna take. I think in the word of giving advice, whether it's good or bad, I don't think it really matters. Like, oh no, that was bad advice. Unless you tell someone, hey, you should drive drunk. That's no, that's bad advice.
Terrible.
Just that, like, you are gonna take what you think is right, and you're gonna just leave what you think is wrong, because you're gonna say, I feel like that's not. I wouldn't go that route.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just feel So, yeah, man, maybe hey. Mr. Follower, I forgot his name.
Yeah, I remember, but it was a good one. I liked it.
You made us think a lot, bro, because now it's like, Shay, I really gotta think if I'm giving
No, and that's a good
advice.
thing too. Like, you always really gotta listen too. Like, always listen, because I was thinking about this as you were saying, or what you were thinking right now. Is, you know, that example you gave about the guy that said, like, oh, go 5,000 on Apple or whatever. Yeah. And if you're there and you're listening, he's giving me this advice, and let's say I didn't go in and he went in because he listened and they both won. See. That was good advice for him, but it wasn't good advice for me. Yeah. So always listen. My dad did teach me that, like, always just listen to people, because it's good. You could learn a lot from people. What
about, because you're saying about listening, what about the person that gives advice but never wants to listen to you?
He's just listening to me. He's just not doing anything I recommend.
Yeah.
Then, I mean, that's whatever. I can't.
He's giving advice and you're trying to talk to it. He's just like cuts you off every time you try to give him advice.
Oh, if he cuts me off, then I'll stop giving advice after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'll be like, okay, this fool really doesn't give a shit about what I think.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys, if you have any other topics you want us to talk about, let us know. I think this one was a good one.
Yeah, it was.
Mr. Follower, whoever you were, man, we'll make sure we give you a shout out from now on.
Yeah, thank you.
The next ones. We'll find that. If we find it something, we'll give you a shout out, compa. Because this was a good one. We really liked it. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, I lose my bell. It's dope. Yeah, it's dope. I lost my bell. Ding, 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 ding. Fabian, you can help me on the edit. And thank you guys for the love and support. Brian, let them know about the merch. They can
guys, MexicanGueys.net. Hit that website up. You can get our merchandise. We got the dad hats. We got some shirts. And we got some wristbands. Ahí para ustedes. Remember, use our promo code and you get a special discount.
Yay.
Eso.
Okay, until next time, we out.
Later, guys.